It is January the 1st and I have came here today just to drop off some wood that I've collected over the past few days. It's cold, I feel a bit under the weather, so I'm not going to be here very long, but I'm just having a look around to see what's happening, feed the birds, and it's all looking quite good. I'm almost closed down, ready for next year. But get this, in the polytunnel, hopefully keep it a little bit drier, because where I got it from, it's very wet and I want it to last. So I'll get it in the polytunnel and get it protected for this cold, miserable winter we're having. Also, I keep collecting this coffee from my local coffee shop. I have about 8 bags. Now, I know you could put this on your compost bin, but I don't know really like the benefits of coffee grounds, if maybe too much is too much, or is it okay just to sprinkle around the bed. So I need some research. But if anyone here knows of a good use for the coffee grounds or benefits that it might have, leave it in the comments below, because I have no idea. Keep collecting this because it's just available every time I go in, so I just grab a few bags anytime it's there. So I did get myself some more bird food and some suet decorations, obviously to keep the birds happy and fed over the winter. So hopefully they'll like these. It's also nice to see a lot of my daffodils that I planted last year are still alive and starting to poke through again. Now I did have quite a few down this middle path, so with a little bit of weeding, a little bit of TLC, this should look quite nice in a few weeks. And I am due to give this bed another good weed, but for now I do have a lot of alliums and daffodils all poking through. So the plan is obviously to let, sorry about my breathing, is to let a lot of these poke through enough so I can see. And especially a few weeks ago I planted a lot more here, so as soon as things start to poke through and I can, you know, I can distinguish them from the weeds, I can go through and start to just tidy up and remove some of the bits I don't want. Pots again, all coming through really nicely, and also in this one they're all starting to poke through. I think this one was a mixture of like alliums and some tulips and stuff. Do also have a bunch of lavenders that hopefully will, well, they look great anyway, that will fill up this little area here. And I do have a few lavender bushes here. So there's 3, 1, 2, 3. just to give me an edge, really. Give me a, you know, a bit of a boundary, something that smells nice, looks nice, separate me from the path. Here I do have a hydrangea, and again that's full of buds, and it actually grew really nice this year. Even though I removed it and planted it, I thought it might have struggled, but again, apart from needing a lot of water, this is a thirsty plant, but it did really well and it actually flowered this year, so fingers crossed next year it's gonna just look even better. But the star of the show at the moment is my broad beans. They are looking great, and I had no problem with broad beans last year. My broad beans grew really well and really tall and strong, so I have no doubt that these will do the same. These are a different variety this year. These are Aqua Dolce broad beans, so again a new one for me, but as you can see they're doing really well, and yeah, I've got high hopes for this, apart from the one missing one, but it might have been just me doing a bigger gap. But yeah, I believe one's missing, but oh well, they look good. I am a bit worried about my strawberries. Now I know they die off and there is life still underneath, so I'm hopeful. It's just, it looks very barren and dead at the moment, but I'm fingers crossed that next year these are going to do well and give me some nice strawberries. Actually, just going around the plot at the moment is quite good to see that so many of my spring bulbs, I mean I planted a lot, they are all poking through, so this full bed is going to look hopefully really nice during the spring. I also have a lot over here as well that I've noticed are starting to poke up through the ground. Now obviously all of this stuff is going to hopefully slowly spread around this whole area. I do have the pink one and the darker one, so this should look really nice, and I just wanted this to be a nice little wildflower slash bulb area for the pond. But so far it's looking really good. Obviously not this, because this was my nasturtium, but in this bed again I also have a lot of bulbs that I planted, which as of yet I can't see, but I do have some verbena that's growing really nice. I have my loganberry. This is, I believe, a hollyhock, and it's also got a group of delphinium in here, which I did want to plant, but it does well in this pot, so I might just leave it. And here I've got some heuchera and just a little heather. There is a little bush here which I'm hoping is going to grow back. I did forget the name, but hopefully that'll be nice. Again, wild strawberries are just left to do their own thing. My cranberry does look a little bit worse for wear. I do hope this is gonna pick up and not be so leggy, but again, I'll need to wait till that starts to grow back. But yeah, just all round, everything is doing really well. I do have several types of perennial flowers in this bed, which at the moment don't look too great, but there is life obviously for next year. And this is also full of my daffodils and some borage, or I actually believe that's comfrey. But yeah, plot's looking good actually. Got all my irises poking out. I have my new red gooseberry bush, which I'm hoping is going to pick up and look quite nice next year. Again, my garlic is looking great. Elephant garlic is still doing good. The mint hedge will obviously pick up again next year. And then there's this. This is my raspberry hedge that I was doing. Now, I do think that it's going to grow back through itself next year. So my plan is to build some sort of frame here some sort of trellis that I can attach it to, just to give it a bit of structure and stop it from going over the neighbour's path. Hopefully get some nice fruit on this next year. So a very quick video this week, just to show you a few things that are growing and doing well, drop off some wood and just have a look around, see what's what. But it is cold and I do want to go home, order a takeaway and maybe watch some films. So I hope you've had the best Christmas and are enjoying your new year so far, and I will see you in the next one.